We have been conditioned in the society, in our entrepreneurial circles, that making money is supposed to be difficult. Making money is supposed to be difficult, and we subscribe to this narrative that um, sell what is selling, find the most profitable problem. Your passion does it have to be monetized? And I want to talk about it. I want to talk about it today because something that was on my mind, like for the last probably 6 months, and that was, how do people make happy money? How do I make happy money? And by the way, next Tuesday, I'm going to drop an episode on my podcast about money story and your vocation in this live stream. On this live stream, I'm going to talk about a little bit, like, because it has everything to do with your vocation, what you do for a living, right? And what story we are telling ourselves when we are, like, when we're selling our services, when we run our businesses, right? It's our vocation. But uh, let's talk about making happy money. If you're joining me online, say hello. If you join me on the replay, say hello. Because one thing I know about entrepreneurship is incredibly hard. And there are good fundamentals of entrepreneurship, like finding the market niche, finding, like, running a business. And listen, you know the fundamentals. Like, if you've been running a business for any amount of years, like, you know the fundamentals, right? Like, you've been in the coaching program, like you run your business, you know what is selling, you know how to sell. But at some point, we are like, we a lot of entrepreneurs might be in this season when it's like, okay, I'm doing it, like, but how do I make my business feels like me? How do I make happy money? How do I make happy money? And listen, if it resonates with you, drop me in the comments. Drop me in the comments. Say hello in the comments. So, uh, one of the solutions, how to reconcile the money problem and, like, the happy money and the profitable business, it's really to make a decision. Like, it's really to make a decision. And the decision is not necessarily about the most profitable market, the most profitable offer, the most ally customer, the most premium customer. The decision is really about self-awareness, because your wealth starts with self-awareness. We often get in this rut and in this weeds as entrepreneurs when we want to build wealth fast. And listen, money loves speed. If you have an idea, you gotta move, you gotta execute, you gotta test it out, you gotta see where it goes. Uh, Hi, the Wiser Tiger on LinkedIn. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. So, and also, we're talking about how to make happy money. Self awareness is the foundation. Understanding what brings you joy, what brings you energy in your business, like that is essential. That is beyond strategies. Listen, you can do anything. You can sell anything. Like, and like, to the point, you like ice cream. You can build ice cream empire and make billions of money. Like, if it's your passion. And it's going to be a journey. Like, listen, it's going to be a journey regardless. If you're selling services, if you're selling a product, if you're starting startup company, if you're starting, like, I don't know, if you're running a real estate business, it's going to be a journey. And if it's going to be a journey, and if it's not going to be fast money, if it's going to be an effort, you might as well enjoy the journey, and you might as well enjoy the journey, right? And this is and this is the decision, but from a self-aware place where you absolutely honest with yourself, you can ask yourself this question: what am I, what do I truly enjoy doing, where my joy is coming? And now you can make a decision in your business, right? You, uh, you can either, if your business doesn't bring you joy, if your offer doesn't bring you joy, you can burn it down. Like, I'm not that type of guy. I'm not that type of mentor who will tell you like, hey, you gotta you gotta run. Like you gotta run your business while it's profitable, and you gotta do everything it takes to make it profitable. In fact, listen, when your brain goes into spiral, when you under constant stress, when you are under constant pressure, when the stress from your business is so high that it affects your family and affects your relationship and affects your mental health, and you are not enjoying yourself, you're not enjoying the process. The question is like, do you love, like, this is, that might be invitation for you to see like, do I love what am I doing? If you love what you're doing, then it's the question, like, again, wealth starts with self-awareness. If you like what you're doing, if it aligns with you, if it is in congruence with your soul, with your spirit, with your God's calling that you are called to do, then it's a matter of regulating yourself, regulating your thoughts, regulating your brain, you're regulating your nervous system to like understanding where the stress is coming from. And stress coming from because of your reactive behavior, because it's really hard for us sometimes as entrepreneurs not to be reactive, and we are impatient, and we really don't know how to deal with slower seasons. We really don't know um, how to go through expansion season. And expansion season, it's like when it feels like nothing is working, when it feels like nothing is working, that's an invitation for us to expand. This is the expansion season. And in fact, in Kabbalah, there's a principle, right? Principle of external light. When something is meant for you to come into your life, and you not necessarily have a vessel for it, like you don't have the skills, you don't have the brain capacity, the nervous system capacity to hold it, the experience, you will feel depression. The pressure feels like stress, like depression, like anxiety, like it's uncomfortable. And the sages say that you like, it's actually good to lean into that feeling, not wail in that feeling, right? Not just like be negative, right? But rather rejoice in that struggle, because it is a sign that a grand light, a great expansion is about to be revealed. And when you joyfully go through those uncomfortable moments, you actually get a lot of mental clarity, a lot of mental downloads. When you stop falling into this victim mentality, because listen, in the trust recession, when the sales slow down, like, all our money stories, like, they come to surface, and all our issues that we have not worked through, they're coming to surface. Like, they're coming to surface just like that. And this is important for us to actually sit with ourselves and uh, and and be ready for that expansion. So Like that's one thing. If your business is aligned and you're like, yes, this is what I want to do. Yes, yes, this is what is meant for me. I don't know what it is not working. I like this is actually the joyous, like the most joyous portion of my life. I just need more money. I just need better team. I just need better better systems. I just need business that actually feels like me. I want to do this, but I wanted to do it so it feels like me. You have work to do. Like it's an expansion. But if you are in this season when like listen, if you hate what you do in your business, it doesn't matter if you are solving the most profitable problem. If you hate your offer, you energetically sending the signal to your potential customers that you don't want them. You energetically, on the deeper soul level, curse your business not to be profitable because like at the deep down deep you like you know you don't want to do this. Hello Tracy, hello Tamrat. Happy to see you all on my live stream. Thank you so much for joining. This is the deeper work. This is the deeper work that we need to work through. And what this is the money story that I was telling myself, by the way. So this is the money story that I was telling myself. Let me share it with you a little bit. So also when we are in this like when we are identifying our blockages, and by the way, I'm going to talk about more in my podcast that will drop on Tuesday. It's really about what the story we told about ourselves, about our vocation, especially as a service providers. Maybe we told ourselves that coaching is like we are in this stage when we are not able to like either like go to the next level, charge certain prices, have certain offers, host masterminds, host retreats. Maybe we're telling ourselves that we're early, or maybe we're telling ourselves that actually helping people doesn't pay the bills. Listen, I had this personal story in my life, in my career. So a lot of you know that I came like my background is in clinical psychology, so I was a clinical psychologist in Russia, and in fact, my specialty was special education, people with disabilities, deaf studies. So I know sign language, and I was sign language interpreter. And when I went to college, a lot of people told me like, "Hey, working with people with disabilities doesn't pay the bill." Like it doesn't pay the bills, so you need to go like you need to become a lawyer, you need to become a marketer, you need to have more profitable career, you need to become a doctor. But like working with special education, working as a clinical psychologist, working in mental health doesn't pay the bills. And I made a pledge with myself, and the pledge was, I told myself I will work this job, this vocation, this occupation until I can pay the bills, because I know that helping people doesn't pay the bills. This is the money story that I was telling myself. And in fact, when I moved to Florida, I hit this rock bottom when I was not running my business at the time. I was not in business, but in Chicago, I was working in mental health services, and it was rather good. And in Florida, I hit the rock bottom, one of my rock bottoms in life, when I couldn't find a job for more than 3 months. And I was like, this is it. Helping people doesn't pay the bills. Now I can land a job that will pay the bills, and yeah, this is it. This is the end. I need to switch to tech. I switch to tech, and I start making like a lot of money. And like the same story starts showing up in my business, by the way, because the very first offer that I was selling, was career services, career coaching for software engineers. Because again, like I heard this narrative, you have to sell what is selling. And listen, I have a heart for my software engineers, right? I do have a heart. And The beauty of one-on-one coaching that I can coach you on anything, right? Anything, literally anything. It's just you and I, right? But this is where the mindset block came to in my business. I was I'm running my business to really live my purpose, live my vision, and my vision was actually helping people to grow and heal, and especially in entrepreneurial circles, because I'm an entrepreneur. I know what it's like. I know we are under tremendous amount of stress, and I went to school for that. I'm a former clinical psychologist. I work in therapy. I know how to work with stress. And when I learned the strategies, I realized this is not the strategies that are not working. What is not working for a lot of entrepreneurs is not the strategies, not because they're bad at what they do. What is not working is because there's a disconnect between their brain and their strategy. Your brain literally fighting you. Your soul literally fighting you, fighting your money story, fighting your vision. Because you say, hey, let's sell this because it's selling, because it's profitable, and your soul screaming, no, this is not it. And until we are self-aware and until we reconcile those two parts, we won't run business that feels like us. This is where reconciliation matters. Reconciliation between your story, your brain, your nervous system, and your vision. Listen, and this is a fine balance. This is a fine balance because not every passion has to be monetized. Because you can make a choice. You can make a choice. You can make a choice. Ooh, let's not break the microphone. This is the first choice that I'm making. You can make a choice. You can make a choice to run, solve profitable problem, run business that you are not passionate about. Your why is important. You can sponsor your passion with your business. That's another choice that you can make. Because you don't have to go through feast and famine seasons in your business. You don't have to be a starving artist. You don't have to be a starving entrepreneur that, hey, this is my passion. This is what I love to do. I just don't know how to make profitable. Not everything can be profitable. That's another harsh truth. Not everything can be profitable. There are certain things that you might actually love doing, and it's just not profitable. And in this economy, in this market, it's just not profitable. You can fund your passion through your business. It is also a choice. And the reconciliation in your brain, in your soul, is the story that I'm running this business to fuel my dream. This business fuels my dream. But have a bigger dream. Because if you're gonna do something incredibly, insanely hard, like running a business, which is insanely hard, and you choose not to go after corporate opportunities, because you can sponsor your dreams through corporate opportunities. There's nothing wrong with that. I was making a lot of money in tech. Listen, if I want easy money, I will go back in tech. I'm not even kidding you. Easy money. Corporate, for me, corporate is easy. Corporate is easy. Business is where my soul lives. But you can sponsor your dream, but have a bigger dreams. If you're gonna go on the venture of entrepreneurship, when you sell, when you probably losing 80% of the time, if not 90, but when you win big. You need to have the tenacity, and the tenacity will come from understanding what your why, the dream that you're funding. And you can bring that why, you can bring that dream into your messaging and say, hey, this is why I'm doing this. This is why I'm selling houses. This is why I'm selling coaching. This is why I'm selling like whatever services. This is why I'm doing like this thing that I'm doing because I'm funding my dream. I'm funding my vision. I'm feeding the world. Uh, I'm providing the cleaner energy for the world. I'm doing this big dream that is not profitable directly right now at this moment, but I know because I have a bigger dream, because I have a bigger vision, like I'm running this profitable business, solving the most profitable problem for the wealthiest people on earth so I can actually fund my vision. That's also a thing. And also, again, like back to the vocation story, to what you do for a living, like maybe you are telling lies about your vocation to yourselves, like I was doing. I had believed that helping people doesn't pay the bills, and it doesn't. Like it is not true. Listen, I do have a recalibration session. If you were looking for reconciliation, like how to make happy money, like how to in love with the strategy, how to in love with your business again, so you can show up like yourself and your business actually feels like you. Um, Send me a DM. I will tell you the details about the VIP 90 session offer. 90 session offer is $555. It is 90-minute session, and it is plus 30 days of integration support or by DMs or Voxer, so you can integrate the strategy that we're talking about. So like that's the integration, because also I want to tell you why I created like the 90-minute session. Uh, Recalibration. I created 90-minute session of recalibration because a lot of entrepreneurs right now, they not necessarily want like a big container. It's not necessarily just like, hey, I just need another master class or another mastermind. A lot of entrepreneurs right now, there are so many there are so many blockages that can be removed literally within like 90 minutes, and then 30 minutes you recalibrate, you readjust, and you integrate that solution and you remove a blockage in your business. And when you remove the blockage in your business, your vision becomes clear, and you can decide what you do in your business, whether you or not you need to work on a deeper level with a coach and dive deeper into your business, or maybe you're good. Like sometimes it is good to be good. So, yeah, send me a DM on LinkedIn. I will drop a link for recalibration session, and on YouTube as well. So, yeah, let me know what resonates with you. Y'all, let me know what resonates with you. Thank you so much, everybody, for showing up. So, yeah, let me know in the comments what resonates with you, and also if you're watching on the replay, let me know what resonates with you too. I would like to hear from you. I would like to hear from you. Listen, yo, thank you so much, everybody, for showing up. Like, really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Listen, I had a crazy day. I was almost late for my live stream. Like, my phone didn't charge early in the day, and like I was basically out of social media this pretty much morning until afternoon, and then I had to do like I had to do a lot of work. So, but like I'm here, I'm with you, and thank you so much for being with me. Thank you so much for being on this live stream, and I will see you later. All right, bye, y'all.